Om Swastiastu. My name is I Gusti Ngurah Putu Satya Paramana Untung. I want to explain about the language testing and the quality of language testing. The first, what are language testing? Language testing is a broad category of testing that assess aspects of a person's ability to understand or communicate in a particular language. Language testing is used for a variety of purposes. In academic setting, language testing can assess a student's current abilities or progress for the purpose of academic placement. In professional settings, language testing can determine whether a candidate has the language skill needed for a job. Whatever the context, language assessment can effectively measure a person's language abilities. Next, they explain about quality of language testing. The quality of language testing is how to see student performance in learning a language. Quality testing can be done in the following ways. Number 1, reliability. Reliability is consistency, dependence, and trust. This means that the result of a reliable test should be dependable. They should remain stable, consistent, not be different when the test is used on different days. A reliable test yields similar results with a similar group of students who took the same test under identical conditions. This reliability has three aspects: reliability of the test itself, reliability of the way in which it has been marked, reliability of the way in which it has been administered. The three aspects of reliability are named equivalence, stability, and internal consistency. The first aspect, equivalence, refers to the amount of agreement between two or more tests that are administered at nearly the same point in time. Equivalence, as measured by administering two parallel forms of the same test to the same group. This administration of the parallel forms occurs at the same time or following some time delay. The second aspect of reliability, stability, is said to occur when similar scores are obtained with repeat testing with the same group of respondents. In other words, the score is consistent from one time to the next. Stability is assessed by administering the same test to the same individual under the same condition after some period of time. The third and last aspect of reliability is internal consistency or homogeneity. Internal consistency concerns the extent to which items on the test are measuring the same thing. Number 2, validity. The term validity refers to whether or not the test measures what it claims to measure. On a test with high validity, the item will be closely linked to the test intent focus. Unless a test is valid, it serves no useful function. One of the most important type of validity for teacher is content validity, which means that the test assess the course content and the outcome using format familiar for the student. Content validity is the extent to which the selection of tasks in a test is representative of the large set of tasks of which the test is assumed to be a sample. A test needs to be a representative sample of the teaching content as defined and covered in the curriculum. Like reliability, there are also some factors that affect the validity of test score. Number 3, authenticity. 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 Authenticity means that the language response that students give in the test appropriate to the language of communication. The test item should be related to the usage of the target language. Other definitions of authenticity are rather similar. The Dictionary of Language Testing, for instance, states that a language test is said to be authentic when it mirrors as exactly possible the content and skill under test. Authentic tests are attempts to duplicate as closely as possible the communicates or real-life situation. A growing commitment to a proficiency-based view of language learning and teaching makes authenticity in language assessment necessary. Number 4, practicality. A practical test in the test that is development and administered within the available time and with available resource. Based on this definition, practically and be measured by availability of the resource required to develop and conduct the rest. Practicality refers to the economy of time, effort, and money in testing. A practical test should be easy to design, easy to administer, easy to mark, and easy to interpret its result. Traditionally, test practicality has referred to whether we have the resource to deliver the test that we design. Number 5, interactiveness. The degree of engagement of a test taker, language ability, or interactiveness is demonstrated through engagement of the task taker language knowledge, ability to use metacognitive strategies, topical knowledge, and effective schemata. While it's not always necessary or appropriate to design assessment with high level of interactiveness, it is nevertheless important to consider when developing and using tests, as a test construct validity is impacted by level interactiveness. Number 6, impact. It is also essential to consider the potential negative and positive impact a test upon individual, such as test taker and teacher, and the educational and social system within which those individuals reside. In order to avoid potential negative effect of assessment, it is essential to continuously consider and assessment possible impact on individual test takers, impact on teacher and language program, and impact on society and educational system. And last, number 7, Westback. Westback is the effect of testing on teaching and learning. A form of Westback happen more regularly in classroom assessment when students learn from their strength and weakness after the test. So this is a material about language testing and quality of language testing. I will be closing with Paramasanti. Om Santi 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 Om.